$5 for a nugget.
It's a small cage for that dog. Feel bad for him.
Said, isn't that animal cruelty there? But he's got a big yard. He could have tied him up somewhere and let him play. Poor little
heart's just racing right now. It's shit out of me.
Because at first all I heard was him yelling. I'm used to that, you know. But I turned around and he just get off my property, waving a gun. I'm like, okay. Could have just came out and asked us what we were doing, but some people hate their lives, I guess. Just trying to do my job.
Okay, what's a good phone number for you?
With Jesus, hey.
You know, look at the difference between those
Mine was so old. Oh yeah, you got one of Hawaiian too, huh?
Yeah.
With your beard. So, yeah, I mean, it takes less than 5 minutes. I have all my stuff prepped. Lean the ladder against the pole if you guys can just
Yeah, we just need back there for a minute.
So was it in his yard or like in the backyard?
Yeah,
Or?
the
yeah,
power
so the
pole's
service pole's in his
backyard.
backyard, but there is a city easement in everybody's yard, in the front and the rear of everybody's property, or we're allowed to be. And some people just take it.
You guys able to do written statements for us while we go talk to him?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine.
Should go home?
Where does this guy live? In a house? That's weird. No one lives in houses over here.
Just down here in the cul-de-sac.
In the cul-de-sac?
Yeah. I don't know what the house number was. Check the house number right now.
Stand up all the way.
Pretty dog, dude.
Oh, she's beautiful.
$345.
Yeah. This one right here is one with the flagpole in it. What's that? Chevy.
Old Chevy.
The Chevy Sonoma or whatever that he put that weapon in.
On which side?
It was on the driver's side. It looked like he pulled the case out, put it underneath the back seat on the driver's side.
What's that?
Copy.
Put the gun down.
Speak to me.
You want me?
Put your weapon away.
You want me to speak to you?
That's on my property.
Put the gun down.
That's on my property.
Yes, you are. I am here to talk to you about how you threatened somebody with a gun.
I didn't threaten them.
Were you holding a gun while talking to them? And they were not threatening you? They were just...
You drew your weapon. I'm in my castle. This is my house.
This is not Texas. They can stand on your yard. I'm talking about them.
Yeah, what about them?
You were waving a gun while cussing at them, correct?
I told them to get off my property.
They were not threatening your life or your...
I told them to get off my property.
Were they threatening your
I
life?
had my weapon at the ready position, like this.
Okay.
Sir,
Told
if
them to leave my property.
watch the muzzle of your gun so that we don't have to.
watching the muzzle of
Okay.
my gun.
You need to
Okay.
calm down. We are here to discuss a possible crime where you are a suspect.
What crime?
Brandishing a firearm.
On my personal property, but I feel I'm being trespassed against. That's not a crime.
You were being... Okay, yes it is.
No, it's not.
In Texas, you may be able to defend your property with a handgun. In Utah, unless it's your life that is in threat, no.
I had no idea there's two of them to one of me.
Did you
I
see
had
a gun?
no idea.
Were they in bright colored vests that said Google Fiber? What threat was that?
What they said on it. My eyes are not that good.
Apparently, because you answered the door with uniformed law officers with a weapon.
Listen, they came to my door. I was in my underwear.
Okay?
They rang the doorbell a couple of times. I was trying to get to the doorbell. The next thing I know, I hear my gate open, my dog going out the back. I come out the back. My gate is open. My dog could escape.
And you're going to shoot somebody over
I
that.
run them off my property.
They have a
Now,
right.
If they want to wait for permission to enter my property,
Sir,
I would be happy to give it to them.
sir, they were not knocking on your door to ask permission. They don't need it. They were knocking on your door to inform you that they were going to use the public
But
easement,
they left my gate open.
and that we can take issue with.
Okay.
But it's not a crime to leave your gate open.
It is if my dog gets out.
That is not correct. Do you have any ID with you?
No,
You have no ID.
I don't have any ID on me.
Okay. Is that truck outside registered to you?
Yeah, you can run it.
Okay.
I'm going to go put my weapon away.
I would appreciate that.
I'm gonna stay out until he comes back with that one.
3267, he's putting his weapon away now.
Who the hell comes to a door with a friggin' rifle?
Especially knowing they said they called the police.
But you will not be entering unless you have a warrant.
What's a good phone number for you, sir?
Pardon?
What's a good phone number for you? And I don't have my computer with me to run your license plate. You mind giving me your name?
Robertson.
Robertson?
Robertson. Craig D. First.
Craig D. Delta? Craig D., your middle name Delta?
Yes.
So, they got in your backyard, you went and confronted them. What was the exchange between you guys?
I was pissed because they left the gate open.
Understandably.
So I run them out.
Okay. What did you say? What did they say?
I told them to get the hell off my property.
Okay. And what'd they say?
They did. They complied.
Okay. Did they inform you they'd be calling the police?
No, they didn't inform
Delta
me. They
10, you
were
can
calling
pull all the way
police,
up
but
in
I
your car.
figured They would.
What's that?
They didn't inform me, but I figured they would.
So you figured they would?
Yeah.
And you thought it was a good idea to answer your door with a rifle?
Repeat that.
They answer my door with a gun all the time.
He's not. He's got
You know,
the
the thing
door
is,
shut
this-
right now. He's talking to us through the glass. He's refusing to open the door, but he no longer has a gun in his hands.
Educate me.
Well, no, I don't need to educate you. You're supposed to be educated.
Well, you
I
seem
have
to
a
think...
right to protect myself.
Agreed.
Okay.
What threat were we or the individuals?
I didn't know who was at my door when I opened the door.
Do you have a window you could look out prior to answering a door with a...
closed because I like my privacy.
I can see that, and I can respect that.
Okay.
But maybe you could open the door and peek out instead of just swinging it wide open with a rifle.
I didn't swing it wide open with the rifle. I opened it very carefully because I wanted to see who was in.
Do doors swing when they open?
Huh?
Do doors swing when they open and close?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's not argue semantics.
Yeah. Are you trying to be cute?
Do I look cute?
I don't know. Ask your old lady.
You understand that you're possibly going to be charged, correct? When someone is mentally unstable enough...
You're welcome to come back. I tried to get down here to find out.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Before I could, and they left my gate open, which pissed me off.
Okay, but that does not warrant brandishing a firearm.
Even on my own property.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You might be. It might end up being a charge.
Well, let's de-escalate, shall we?
We have. You put your weapon away. You and I are having a conversation through your door.
And they can come back in. I know who they are and what they're here for.
Yeah, we'll let them do that in a bit. They're trying to hook up your neighbor's Google Fiber, I guess. And since your neighbor didn't answer the door, they had to come through your easement. Okay?
Well, I guess it's hooked up on this pole.
Yeah, they run it through a single pole and they web it out through the neighborhood.
Oh, that's the other thing. I have a shop back there with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tools.
And that I can understand, but again,
trotting around in my backyard.
understandable, but again, you cannot defend property with a firearm. Even
Others,
Go ahead.
others personal and the state. And this is my personal property.
Agreed. But you can, in Utah, you may not defend property with lethal force.
How do I know that they didn't have lethal force? At the time I came out there, all I saw was my gate open and two guys in my backyard. So
Standing over
I
by,
had to
And
make a
he's keeping
decision.
both hands.
standing
visible
over
in
by the
doorway.
utility pole, correct? Not by your shop? Not opening the door?
I have three sheds back there.
Okay. And they all have, are they all shops or is one storage? Which one's closest?
They all have my property.
I believe that.
I was more worried about the fact that they amble through and leave my gate open.
That is inconsiderate.
That's courteous beyond all pale.
I agree. That's inconsiderate, especially when they told me they heard your little dog inside the house.
I was trying to get down here and they just fiddled on through and left the gate open. If they'd have closed the gate, we might have had a different outcome.
Well, leaving a gate open, is that warranting a firearm being brandished?
I answer the door with a firearm at all times.
Why is that?
Because I choose to. This is still America.
It is America.
That's right. I have the right to.
But the saying goes, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, correct?
So what are you doing? Looking for something to charge me with?
I'm looking for the correct code, actually. So I imagine you've lived in America your whole life?
Yep.
How about Utah?
Pretty much.
Okay. So as far as your rights go, you understand that if I inform you you are under arrest, I do not need a warrant because I have probable cause, and I can make entry into your home to take you under...
I understand that.
Okay.
But like I say, we can de-escalate the situation right now.
Okay. A situation being de-escalated doesn't mean charges and arrests can't be made.
Well, that's true, but why are you wasting the taxpayers' money?
Because you committed a Class A misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
Correct. A jailable offense.
Yes, I understand that. Punishable up to a year in jail.
Correct.
I understand that.
Okay.
Even though it's on my own property.
Correct.
And even though I didn't know whether my life was in danger or not, because I didn't know who was back there.
Correct.
So, I'm all at fault and they're not.
Correct.
Yeah, talk about screwed up laws.
Take it up with the Congress. I don't make the laws.
Well, no, Congress is not the problem. It's the state laws.
Okay, take it up with our Capitol Hill.
Our Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Because they allow such crap.
Yeah. Most people don't appreciate it when they're threatened with lethal force for just standing on somebody's property. I mean, does that seem like a rational
Yeah, it
response?
does. Matter of fact, it does.
Okay. So if some person was just sitting in your lawn, reading a book, you would come out with a firearm.
Is that not my problem? It depends. Like I say, this wasn't here. This was back there, through my gate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay. Were your doors locked?
My doors are always locked.
Okay. What was the need to confront them then? If
Because
you were
they
so
left
concerned
I
for
heard
your
the gate
safety.
open, and they left my gate open.
Okay.
And I was afraid to lose my dog.
Okay. Would it have been more rational to stay inside your home and call us instead of escalating the situation?
I could have protected myself.
Yeah. But if you go about it the wrong.
I never pointed it at him. The furthest it came was up in the ready position right here.
Okay. Now they're saying while you were upset and you were yelling,
Yes,
you
I
were moving your hands around,
Well,
kind of
no,
flagging them.
I had my hand down here when I went out,
Okay.
and I brought it up to here.
And you.
Told him to get out.
Okay. And you weren't flagging while talking or.
That was never, muzzle was never pointed at them.
Okay.
Listen, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on
Training.
training.
Well, that's apparent. Not many people hold it like that unless they've been trained. So, can we get you to write a written?
Huh?
Can we get you to write a written statement about what happened? Because what their word is that you were flagging them while talking. Your word is you were holding it here with two individuals in your backyard. I can understand that.
Yeah, I'll be happy to write a statement.
Okay. I'm going to go get my car since we parked at the end of the street. I'll bring it up and have a statement for you, okay?
All
All
right.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, would you mind stepping out and sitting on the bench to do the statement, since we do know you have firearms in the home?
No.
Would that be okay? Okay, can you please step out then and come sit on the bench for me? Just make sure I can see both your hands the whole time, since I don't want to worry about you drawing any firearms, okay?
Stay back. Stay there.
Stay on gun for a second.
Put it here, holster.
It's in the holster.
It's in the holster, sir, but you gotta understand that we have to respond accordingly, sir. You answered.
Listen, if I want to take you out, I got an M24 sniper rifle there. You'd have never made it here.
Okay, though that's probably not a good thing to say to us.
No, I'm just telling you that's, you know.
All right,
if
I
had-
understand.
Yeah, if
hold on.
I had-
Hold on. Give me 1 second. You answered the phone with an AR-15 in your hands.
No,
okay?
I answered the door.
Sorry, that's what I meant. You answered the door with an AR-15 in your hands. Our response is completely warranted. Okay, so we understand that you're being cooperative now. Okay, but I can't have you bossing around our officers. Put your gun in your holster, whatever. You answered your freaking door with an AR-15. Okay, so we understand you're being cool with us now, and so are we.
And like I said, I
So are
didn't know
we.
who was at my
Okay.
front door.
Okay, I understand that. I understand that. All I'm saying is we are not out of the wrong for responding the way that we did,
Well,
okay?
yeah,
All right, I'm sure that
understand.
you understand. You know you've lived
But
in
like
Utah a
I'm
while.
saying,
There's
you
crazy
know,
people everywhere, so.
If I had evil intent, you wouldn't have a prayer.
Okay, like I said,
See, I mean,
I-
really.
right,
I mean,
right.
Let's be logical.
okay,
Let's be logical.
you're
In
saying some
actual-
funky stuff right now, sir, and you're kind of digging a hole.
I'm
so,
telling you the truth.
Oh.
If I had evil
Right.
intent,
okay,
there was
Okay.
nothing you could do. Short of sending a SWAT unit here to take me out.
okay, but since
Hi,
you
guys.
just answered your door with a rifle to a bunch of cops, probably you don't want to talk about if I wanted to snipe you, I could have done it when you're just. Let's just not talk about that anymore, okay? You're gonna write a written. You're gonna fill out a written statement for him, okay? Filling out your side of the story. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that we have the right to respond the way that we did,
I
okay?
understand.
All right.
Yeah, I'm protecting myself. You're protecting yourself.
All right, Craig. If you just fill that out there, put your contact information, make sure you.
I need to go in and get my glasses.
Okay. Would you mind if one of us came with you just to
No.
make sure you're not going to get a weapon?
So
Otherwise,
there are weapons right there by where my glasses are, but you're welcome to weapon. I'll keep my hands up.
Where are your glasses at?
In the kitchen.
Okay, so you're okay. Maybe one of us follows you. Just
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Where we've already had the comments you're making, I don't want you going back in your house for just a minute, okay?
I gotta have my glasses.
And we'll get your glasses. Can we send Officer Manwaring?
Can I go in and get your glasses, please?
As long as you touch nothing else.
I won't touch anything else. And look, sir. This is recording everything. I
understand that.
promise you I will not touch anything else. Tell me exactly where your glasses are.
We don't want you to go back in where there's weapons, where we've already had
Okay.
had a problem.
Go straight through into the kitchen. Turn to the left.
Okay?
and there's a computer there,
Okay.
and there's some glasses on the by a pop can on the desk.
On the desk with the computer. Okay.
Are there any other people
there's-
inside the house?
Yeah, there's dozens.
No, people.
I collect
People.
people, no people.
No, I
And be
collect dogs
Just
careful,
you,
too.
sir?
Don't let the dog
Are your
out.
dogs
Yeah.
going to bite me when I go
No.
in? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No, he thinks everybody's his friend.
Okay. Someone hold Carmack. Will you hold this for me?
Back, one of the other glasses. She mentioned we can talk about what the process was.
Just stand in the doorway, just so that if there is someone else in here, I can let you know. I just don't want the dog to get out.
Where do you put the rifle at?
Okay.
Here's the thing, we're securing this area inside.
Holy. All right. There's two rifles right here and a handgun. Yeah, and the shotgun. Okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. If he's charging him, we're taking the firearms.
Right.
So we are going to hold this that way. We're going to hold home. That way, we don't have to get a warrant from that guy.
Okay. I'm gonna go give these to him. Do you want to walk over and just get on your body cam by the computer? There's 3 guns.
I want to tell you, the older you get, the worse your memory is.
You already said that 3 times, Craig. No,
Thank
it's
you.
true.
You're welcome, sir.
What is the date today?
Today is 8/20.
Yeah, the other thing was the vehicle was parked over here, so I saw nothing on the vehicle.
Oh no, I get that.
That didn't identify it. How come they give you guys such cheap pens?
I had to buy that myself.
Here's a better one for you.
No, that's all right. I'll make it.
If it doesn't work, we'll swap you out.
Okay. What's the time?
1300.
Do you want to look yours away as well?
Sir. You need me to do anything else?
Josh?
We're good.
Alright.
Thanks.
Still making you guys use Glocks.
Yeah, those are the department issued ones. We can have personal if we want.
I was doing laundry and I was sitting there in my underwear, so I had to go upstairs to get my pants.
Yeah.
So by the time I get my pants and get back down, I hear the gate open. Next thing I know, they're back there. And like I say, I had no clue who was back there.
closed now?
Could be.
There, in case you go 82 deceased. Everything is in there. I can have them come out though if you want. There's a lot of stuff in there. Killing weeds.
Using the Campbell and Carmichael. Have them come here.
Okay. Sarge said you guys come out and talk to him real quick. Yep.
Come on out. Watch the dog off the wall.
He had to spring for that pen, so make sure he gets it back.
He had to work overtime to buy it.
Yeah, probably. Isn't it amazing you can read it?
I can read a lot. I've seen a lot of really bad handwriting. Yours isn't as bad as the other ones. Yours is pretty good.
Well, as an inspector, I printed all the time because I had a boss that I told him he should have been a doctor. I used to have to wear big thick glasses.
The big thick glasses.
Yeah,
Did you
I told
get
him they were sear stones just so I can interpret his writing.
sear stones? What's this little guy's name? Your dog?
Stanley.
Stanley? Is he the only dog in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't hear any other ones.
See that coffee table in there?
Yeah.
I built that.
You built that?
Yeah, see the clock right there by the door? Yeah, I built that too.
By the door?
Yeah, right there by your...
By my head?
Yeah, right there by your hand.
Oh, the wooden one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What is it?
This clock right here. It's a wooden clock. He built it.
Nice.
I built the coffee table too.
And the coffee table in
Does
there.
he have a wood shop? Is that what that's
What is?
back there?
Yeah.
Very nice. So, just so you know what's going on, I'm gonna turn this back on. I had it muted for a minute. Just so you know what's going on, we have no officers inside your house anymore. Everyone's outside. From what Officer Craig Deleeuw, he's calling the attorney's office and just verifying and saying, hey, in his home, he felt threatened because he sees a truck that's not marked. Pull up, two guys go into his backyard. He doesn't know who these guys are. So you responded with a weapon with you. You weren't pointing it at them, you just had it with you. You're in your home, trying to protect your home, protect yourself. So he's letting them know that that's the circumstances. And as soon as looks like he's done now, they'll determine what they want to do, if anything. But what's the verdict? I was just telling them kind of what you were doing.
Just
Okay. So, we feel like that you're in your home. You have the right to protect your home, protect yourself.
I'll go a little easier next time.
What was that?
I'll go a little easier next time.
I have some suggestions. This is what I do. People, I can't really tell you're looking through it.
Yeah.
Security cameras, you can always look to see who's there.
Well, I'm retired, so I'm not spending a lot of money for security cameras.
Understood. Yeah.
Peepholes are cheap though, right?
Huh?
Do you have a peephole in your door?
No.
So that's cheap. That's like $5.
Yeah.
Just
And so,
gives you a heads up. I understand the back door. I mean, how you gonna find out who they are? So
yeah.
just some suggestions.
Yeah. What we don't want is we don't want to have an incident where someone gets hurt when it's especially unwarranted. You know, we appreciate you being cooperative with us and putting the weapon down and talking to us and coming out here. It just puts us at ease when we're trying to figure out what's happening because we don't know.
You know, the way things go this day and age, you got to be careful.
Yeah,
We understand that. Believe me,
you guys are right out there in the way.
yeah, we understand that 100%. And we're not trying to take away your constitutional right to own firearms and carry firearms by any means. We appreciate it when law-abiding citizens have firearms because we have that much more backup.
We never know if we're dealing with law-abiding citizen with a gun or
Well, yeah,
a
you
crazy
don't.
person with
See,
a gun.
you cheat. You put a target on your chest, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it's written.
And so, you know, I understand.
So,
Well, see, I went to BYU and law enforcement and political science. I took the training. I took the test up to Salt Lake years and years ago. Back when you had to bid for shifts, you know.
yeah.
And I was all ready to sign up, and then it says, well, you know, first 5 or 6 years you're going to be on a graveyard. And I can't sleep during the day.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, if God meant man to work graveyards, he'd give him headlights. And so I didn't sign up, and I ended up going into structural steel and welding inspection. Which I was just as hated as you guys, you know, when it comes
Yeah.
to...
Here comes the guy telling us, no, you got to do
Well,
it this way now.
I've carried a gun for 45 years.
Yeah.
I had a service station down in Las Vegas, down on the dark end of Fremont Street. I had 2 attempted robberies, and the only reason that they were attempted is because I was better armed in both situations.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But I've carried concealed for years.
Yeah. So these guys are saying it'll take them about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do that work. We'll have an officer stand by here.
Oh, you don't really need to.
We just don't want to have
We're not
anything
concerned for
escalate.
you. They might be a little concerned because,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So we'll stand here to keep them.
You noticed I'm heavily armed.
I did notice you're heavily armed.
Oh, that ain't happening.
You have good taste in guns, I noticed, but I did notice that you're heavily armed.
The one that came to the door is, I just built that.
Right, I could only, it wasn't an
That's
AR,
a pistol.
but yeah.
It's a pistol. No, that one I came to the
Oh,
door
yeah,
with
yeah.
my shoulder, it
Uh-huh.
was an AR. Yeah, it was a
Okay,
pistol.
it was an AR. Okay,
It's a pistol. Yeah, it's 10-inch barrel.
okay. And you set it over, did you
It's
set
set over next to the other one.
next to the other one by the, okay, because I thought it was an AR, and then the one that's closest to the door, though, I know. So the one that was closest to the door was not an AR, and so that was why I was like,
The other 2 are upstairs.
maybe I misspoke, but that makes me feel better that I got it right. So it was an AR that you came to the door with.
No, but I just built that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
good deal.
Have you built all 4 of yours?
No. No, I just built the pistol.
So the last 4 I've done, I've built. And my last one I did was a pistol
Well,
as well.
when I was working, I had plenty of money, so I just go buy them.
Yeah, but then you retire and you have to live off a fixed income.
Then I have to buy a little bit of time, put it together, you know, here and
It's
there.
part of the fun, too. So just to give you a heads up, I guess in a week and a half, Google Fiber's coming out to splice.
So they're gonna put the wires in and everything, but to actually splice it and solder everything together like it's supposed to be, so it's safe. It'll be out in
That
about a
truck
week.
will actually be labeled. So in about a week and a half, it'll say Google Fiber on the side of the truck. And then hopefully you won't be in your underwear and you can just answer the door and they'll say, hey, here's what we're doing, and you'll say, okay.
Well, usually, I'm retired. Usually I sit around in my underwear.
Shoot, that's what I do. As soon as I get home.
Yeah, get your uniform off, yeah. Throw it anywhere, just get it away from
You
you.
can't be comfortable in your own home.
Yeah, I understand.
That's the point.
No,
Are your dogs at risk of getting out if they
Yes,
go through?
he shouldn't if they go through and close the gate behind them.
Make sure it's closed.
Yeah.
No, my wife passed away about 10 years ago. I lived for 20 years over in the trailer park. I scared one of your officers absolutely, totally to death one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived over in the trailer park, and my carport was 28 foot long, enclosed, and I was like, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching TV, and my wife was asleep, so I was watching TV with the headphones on, and I see light on my
Flashlights.
yeah, and I had tools back in there and a car back in there.
Yeah.
And turns out one of your officers was apparently looking for somebody that had run away, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
And I came out my back door, which is towards the front of the carport, and I heard that 870 rack.
Yeah, that's the universal
Well,
language.
it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
There's
You
no
understand
language
that.
misunderstanding of that one.
Everyone speaks gun.
Especially shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that I had was just 28 inches long. The pistol grip, 4-end grip, flashlight, and so he was in the he was in the bright of the flashlight. Heard that rack. Of course, as soon as I saw that it was an officer, whoa!
Yeah.
And he told me what he was doing, but we'd had some burglaries and some stuff over there. It used to be really bad. And
Which park were you at?
in Imperial, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be really bad.
It's gotten a little bit quieter.
Well, I had some kids, they used to get in there and they play basketball on the street. And my wife came in and we had a little Nissan Sentra, and she pulled in. She honked at them to move, and they wouldn't move. Finally, they moved. And then one of the guys threw a basketball at the back of the car. Luckily, it didn't break the windows, but she told me. And so I went down and confronted him, and this one straggly-haired dude, he's right in my face, and he said, "Well, you can't touch me," because he was underage. You can't touch me. I says, "I don't need to touch you." He says, "What do you mean?" I says, "You afraid of the dark?" "No, I'm not afraid of the dark." I says, "Well, that raggy hair," I says, "and all the shadows and darkness around here," I says, "something drags you into the shadows and beats the stumps of your guts out." I says, "I'd be afraid of the dark if I were you." Those guys would walk down the street,
Cross over
the street, and walk down the street in front of my place. I had one of them over there that had been in trouble with the police many times. I heard him come over the fence of the back door neighbors. He come over the fence. He landed on my picnic table. So I heard him hit on my picnic table. Well, I didn't go out the back door.
Yeah.
I went out the front door, and he was trying to quietly shut my gate. If he'd have jumped over it and took off, he'd have been in better shape. But he tried to close it, and it squeaks. When he turned around, he's looking down the barrel of my 12 gauge.
Yeah.
And I informed me, nothing here is worth your life. And I never saw him.
That was some way word.
So I've been through a few.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we just appreciate you being cooperative with us and letting us work through it and figure out what's going on. So.
Well, the way things are nowadays, you let your guard down, you're screwed. And you guys, like I say, you guys are frickin' targets for the idiots and the nutcases. Yeah, so, we got a neighbor right up here. Their son was the one that got getting beat up by that guy in Spanish Fork here a few months ago. And the other concerned citizen jumped out and run the guy off with his AR.
Yep.
Yeah, it was their son.
Well, I'll tell you, it's nice. Like I said, it's nice having people like you that
I'm
are not afraid to step in and help out when we need it.
I'm glad I'm not a cop. They don't pay you guys enough. Put up with honoring cusses like that.
Well, if I had to do it all over again, I might go into structural
Inspection. Well, I spent 45 years with that, and I carry a gun most of the time, even where they said you couldn't, just for the simple fact that I had guys threaten to throw me off the roof.
Yeah.
You know, when you're on a 3 or 4 story building, that could be lethal.
Yeah.
More likely than not.
I was working down at IPP, and they had one guy, he got pissed off. I don't know if you ever heard this story or not. There was a welder up above a carpenter, and the welder was welding away, and the sparks were falling on the carpenter. You know, when the carpenter was getting pissed, he went up there and he buried his claw hammer right through the guy's hard hat into his skull.
Oh, jeez.
It's graphic.
Right on the job site, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Guess
no,
we need a
and I
thicker
do,
helmet.
have an M24 upstairs.
Do ya? Yeah, there was quite a few.
No, there's 20,000 rounds of ammunition in the basement.
Where I'm coming during the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Drop by. No, you
We
know.
just need a number so we can call you ahead of time so we're not shot on the way in.
Hey, want me to get you a business card in case you need some furniture too? You didn't see the little mallets there that I made, did you?
On this back wall.
The little wooden mallet. That's
Yeah,
sitting on the thing?
it's
Yeah,
sitting
I
on
built
the.
those. Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Is that what your shop is, woodworking?
Well, I worked in steel for years and years and years and years, and I got tired of that.
Right.
So I went to
Yeah.
wood. So no, I built an 8 by 14 foot wall unit. Has 2 bookshelves,
Entertainment
and
centers.
then shelves and enclosures. It's also all wired. And across the center is 3. They look just like doors.
Yeah.
They're desks. They open down. They pull down, and then there's a pull out that comes out. You put your monitor on, so you can bring your monitor out. They all close up. I built that from a sketch. Yeah. Did you see the little sled in there?
No.
Trust me to go get it?
I think we're all right.
Yeah, we're okay now.
Stay there.
He just likes me because I was standing in here with him now.
Yeah. He thinks everybody's his friend.
Oh, that is neat. Did you build that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's Thor's hammer right there. Out of wood.
Hey, this thing
Wow.
looks good.
You recognize that? From,
I was going to make a joke and ask if its name was Rosebud.
you know what that's from, don't you?
Yeah, Citizen Kane.
That's right. This was a 6-inch Christmas. This came from a 6-inch Christmas ornament.
Really?
Yep. And I broke the little Christmas ornament apart and scanned it and blew it up and made patterns for it.
It's impressive.
And I make about 2 of those a year. Just give them to friends.
He's pissed.
Well, if you set
Yeah,
up,
I go to church and he has separation anxiety.
Does he?
you set up an online account, I'll bet you could sell a lot of this stuff and supplement your income to buy a little more.
Well, I'm busier than I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got a great big huge dining table in there that I'm working on right now. It has 4 by 6 legs on it.
Cool.
And it's a high one, to go with those high chairs for a patio. It's for the same gal that I did the wall unit for up in Pleasant View. And I just finished designing a lean-to shed and helping my buddy put it in over in Spanish Fork so he could park his new Razor. The wife told him he had to put it where it was out of the weather, so we had to build him. And I originally designed the shop.
Yeah.
He's got a 14 by 14 shop with a roll-up door and a man door. We built it out of all the metal stud material. Designed and built the trusses. Built it, sheeted it, stuccoed it, roofed it. And in Springville, if the overall height of the building does not exceed 12 feet,
You don't need a permit.
don't need a permit. So I designed it so that, you know, when we got the shingles on it,
11 3/4, right?
7/8.
Nice.
An eighth of an inch clearer. Well, that was with the shingles on it.
Worked out for him. Nice.
So, yeah. No, I started out building birdhouses. My wife, I have two brothers and a sister, and my wife has a brother, two sisters, and you know, Christmas is a disaster. What do you do? You know, plus her mom and my parents back when they were alive, and so one time I got a wild idea. I says, I know what I'm doing for Christmas. I'm building everybody birdhouses. So I had a little drill press. I went and bought a bandsaw and a little, you know, skill table saw, you know, a little jogger table saw. And I built everybody birdhouses. And the next thing I know, I got my friends saying, can you build this, or can you build that, or can you build this?
So you fell into it then, huh?
And so, and I designed and built most everything I do. I've designed, you know, spinning wheels. I did a little miniature spinning wheel about this tall.
Cool.
So, and it's one of those things that if I can see it, I can build it.
Yeah. Very cool.
I've always had that talent.
That's good. There's not enough of it.
I got
People don't do it for
this one.
themselves anymore.
My buddy gave me this because I built him two new Adirondack chairs to go on his porch. So he gave me this, and I've been going to put new wood in it. I haven't got around to that yet.
It's funny how many projects you can find to do.
I still
and always never enough time.
I still have tons of stuff to do in the house.
Yeah.
That I haven't got to. I want to build me a roll-around island because I have such a small kitchen.
Good idea.
So I want to build get rid of the dishwasher. Doesn't work anymore. It died about a month ago. I got to haul it off. But I can build me about a 5-foot long roll-around island. Put a hole in the top and the trash underneath. So I got a place for my prep work. I love to cook too.
Just save yourself hundreds of dollars doing it yourself.
And put the microwave underneath, some storage underneath, and then when I can move it around or I can move it back. I want to put a new unit up in my one bedroom is a TV room. I took all the guts out of the closet. The TV sits in there, but what I want to do is I want to put an elevator on wheels unit. So that when you sit in the easy chair, instead of having to go like this, watch the TV's up high on the top, and put all the equipment in, and because it's on wheels, I pull it out to hook up all those stupid cables.
Smart, yeah.
So, and I haven't got that done yet. So, and I just finished building 4 big storage cabinet units for my ex-bishop. I built 4 for his old trucks. You probably saw them around. It's Kelly's Rescue Plumbing. He used to drive those yellow, the old yellow vans. And he got brand new, nice white, fancy vans. And but I built 6-foot long racks that hold a dozen of those Stanley carriers that slide in and for putting small parts in. So I built 4 of those for his old trucks. And when he got his new vans, he says, I need more storage. So I built 4 28-inch high by 6-foot long, all out of 3/4 plywood. bin shelves. They're going in the vans on those rollouts.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to climb in the van. He says, I'm getting too old for this crap. I got to be able to get to it. So I built those to roll out, so they can roll out. And he's going to put those on, and then he's going to put the ones that I built previously mount on top of that. So he's got those in these two new trucks. So I just, we did. I helped a neighbor there with his deck that he built.
Well, I've got to head out. It's nice to meet you.
All right. Nice to meet
Good luck
you.
to you.
Hope it's in better circumstances.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll rephrase that. Didn't like meeting you. It's nice getting to know you.
Oh, come on. You don't like guys who carry guns and scare the you know? Look, I gave you a little excitement today.
We just did.
I mean, you know, let's face it, you know, you're 7.5 hours of boring, miserable, painful crap, and all
You
of a
just
sudden
never know. When
and it
someone
happened-
answers the door, we're not exactly the most popular people on the planet.
I had a drunk guy
So-
open the door with a machete once. He almost got shot.
Yes.
You notice I had a good sized knife sitting there by the door too.
I did see that. I did see
And
that.
that
Yeah.
sucker's sharp as a razor. Yes, and I do have
Hey.
several machetes.
We're a lot closer than 21 feet to you.
Yep. Oh, I used to shoot competition with against Dennis Tudor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, I knew Dennis for long. I beat him one time. We shot 45s together, and he beat me one time with 45 to 45, and then I went in one time with my 7.5-inch long, 45 longbow. The holster hang clear down here, which looked like it was almost dragging on the ground because of my short legs.
Hands over here.
Yeah, but you know, 7.5-inch 45 long Colt. And he looked at me and he says, "You're going to compete with me on that?" And I says, "Yeah." I said, "And I'm going to beat you." I didn't beat him on time, but I beat him on accuracy.
So what kind of competitions were you doing?
I was doing most of them were, you know, this is before I DPA and stuff. I shot against Jeff Cooper up at the this is before your time. Sorry,
Jeff Cooper though.
76
Yeah.
when they had the NRA convention. I shot against Jeff Cooper up at the canyon up there at the range. Yeah, he whipped my butt. What I shot against.
So what all do you have? I saw the pistol that was sitting on the.
I don't know. You want to see?
Not right now. No, you can just tell me. But I saw the 3 long guns in there.
Well, I've got. You saw the S&W 9 sitting
Yep.
on there with the flashlight and the laser.
Yep. The S&W was sitting on the. Sorry, the desk by your
Yeah.
glasses. And then you had the 2 rifles there, one of which you came to the door with.
I have dozens and dozens of them. I've been
Yeah,
collecting.
you're collecting
I've
them?
collected twice. I got divorced once, sold everything, and started over. I have an original SP1 Colt AR that I bought for $288 brand new. And you know it's worth. Hey, guy.
All done?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all there.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're fine. I get your frustration.
Sorry, I scared the hell out of you.
He got stuck with the pole. So it sounds like if anybody in your neighborhood wants scuba fiber, that's the pole to go
Is
for.
that right?
So yeah, you got stuck with it.
So, no, I have.
That looks like hard work. It looks
Then you
like
have to climb the pole. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there.
I normally.
looks like you just hiked the Y. Replace the
two guns that I normally carry. I carry a 6-hour P250 and 45, and I also have a 6-hour P250 and 40. Yeah. And then I carry my son to go to meet the gun. See, because my bishop, he has this idea that I would rather have, because I'm one of the ushers. He says, I want one there. He says, I don't care what the church says. He says, my responsibility, I want one there.
It's a rule, not a law. Yeah.
I was just gonna say the church. There's
I
been a.
always carry. There's been shootings
I
in
know,
churches.
I was just gonna say
There was
there's
just that
been
one.
there's been a few very recently, and so I think that
They may be changing
I
their
think
policy.
that they I think the rule is kind of there, but
It's a guideline.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're not really
Well-
enforcing it now. They're probably a little more thankful for anyone who's willing to carry.
It's more the idea that it's the responsibility of the bishop to decide.
Yeah.
And my other bishop, who passed away, he was real good. He'd walk in and we'd shake hands and he'd wink. When I'd wink back, he knew I was packing. But I had an M9 Beretta, and my little hands, felt like holding a tube before.
Yeah.
I bought it for the wife when she was alive because she saw Lethal Weapon. When he was laying waste to the helicopter, and she's, well, I gotta have one of those. You know what you call a female Rambo, don't you?
Uh-oh. Do I want to ask?
A Rambette.
Okay.
My,
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
my wife.
Usually when someone says, you know what to call a female
Yeah,
something, I'm like, I don't want to know.
Dishwasher.
Yeah. What's a woman's point of view? The kitchen window.
But no, she would get out on the range with that AR and she could break me.
That's what you want. That's good. You don't have to worry about
Well,
her.
that's why I built a little short 870. She'd had 2 neck surgeries, and so she couldn't put a gun to her shoulder. It would just about kill her. But she could hold that and let her arms take the shock. And I put the flashlight on her so she wouldn't shoot me when I came home because I worked all kinds of hours.
Well, and plus inside the house, you just aim for that circle of the flashlight. You'll hit it.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Oh yeah. So I kept that with 12 gauge. I got an 1100 Remington up there with an extended magazine, 3-inch Magnum with a breeching choke on it.
Oof, things don't kick.
And it holds 10 rounds of 3-inch Magnum.
I'll
Somebody
bet
come
you'll
in my
need it.
house and tried to get upstairs,
I bet you'll need
it'd be just like wishing my driveway off.
pressure washer.
Seriously.
Well, Craig, we appreciate you.
I can unload a full box of shells through that, fire and reload
Oh yeah,
in less than 2 minutes.
nice.
Wow.
Well,
And that's 3-inch double-aught buckshot.
we appreciate getting to know you, Craig. We got to go pay our respects to that deceased firefighter, and they're coming.
Oh,
through Provo,
that's
so we're
right.
gonna
Yeah,
go
you
give
got
him a salute there.
duty today.
We do. We do.
Have a good one, Craig.
All
Take
right.
care.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah.